The summary of Nigeria in sports is that don't look at the fact that we have over 200 million people. Don't look at it. If you look at it from that context, it looks bad. It looks bad that you have 200 million people and you go to the Olympics and you don't win it. Don't look at it from that context.
But when you feel that, it's not that 200 million. How many have sex?
So the 2024 Olympics are over and Nigeria, giants of Africa, managed to finish without a single medal. So could they have done better? Well, I am Jimmy Adishilo. This is Crossfire, brought to you by Live Scorebet. And I'm here with Tunde and Tosin to discuss whether or not Nigeria should have or could have even done better at the 2024 Olympics. So Tunde, do you think Nigeria could have done better at the Olympics?
Obviously. I mean, yes, a country of Nigeria's stature in terms of sporting should do, I'm talking theoretically, should do better than 0 medals. Especially when you factor in the fact that apparently, this is a report by the way, so I was not there, I did not sign any checks, I did not witness this. But apparently, there was a 4 billion naira budget for the Olympic Games. Wow. So if you invest that heavily, whether the money goes to the athletes or not, if you invest that heavily, you should come back with at least a medal. We've seen Botswana are not as big a country as Nigeria. They have the African 200-meter record holder, the first African champion in the 200-meter, that's Leslie Tebogo. We've seen countries that are not even. It's just I don't like talking about Nigeria personally. Me personally, even though that I'm here, I will not be doing this because there is no positive angle to this. There's no reason you should go to the Olympics and come back empty-handed. As Nigeria with 200 million people, as Nigeria with the long jump, with one of the greatest long jump performers of all time in Esebrume, with the current world record holder in the 100-meter hurdles. You went to the Olympics with those guys and you came back with 0 medals. It is crazy to me. So, like, I don't want to blame the athletes, but Toby has to eat. So, like, come on, Toby has to eat some of the blame. She was one of our surest medal hopes, and for whatever reason, sometimes she just have bad days. She just was there to have a bad day. It's fine. So I'm not really going to pile on her because she has done great for this country instead of putting us on the map in athletics. And like I said, 100-meter hurdles record holder. So yes, but absolutely, we were involved in too many sports. Although I had a career, Blessing Burududu. These are big names in wrestling. Medalists. Even Blessing lost her 3rd place, a bronze medal match. So like that's how. Things that are normally sure for us. Our country is number 1 in Africa, 12th in the world. That should at least help you do better than the first round. You got knocked out in the first round in table tennis. So, like, there were a lot of opportunities to win medals. Yes, Tosin will tell you, the administrators, all of that is true. But when push comes to shove, at the end of the day, the administrators were not the ones that finished 3rd in their semi-final in the 100-meter hurdles. The administrators did not register for Philly. These countries, we should have done better. Yes.
All right, Tosin, do you also think that they could have done better?
I think Nigeria is fine where it is. Wow. I think Nigeria is fine. Like, we go to the Olympics, we don't get any medal. Is this the first time? Is this the second time? Wow. Is this the 3rd time?
Actually, the 8th time.
You understand? So, like, since if we go to the historical records, you go to 1951 or 1952, when Nigeria started competing, even before it officially became a republic, started competing at the Olympic Games till now. How many medals do we have? We have 3 gold medals. We have 27 in total. So Nigeria is, I think,
fewer than Michael Phelps.
I think the idea of Nigeria, it always blinds people. Like the idea of Nigeria, the illusion of Nigeria, wow. and that's usually one of the things that usually happens. And I think it usually happens to people in this country. You understand? in this country, because most of my friends that actually who have been able to export themselves away from this country,
I didn't put yourself.
they don't rate this country at all. They don't rate this country at all. So yes, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. We have a population of about 260. What does that mean? What does that really mean? You want to win medals at the Olympics. Like, let's look at it historically. Like, we said we have 3 gold medals. One of those gold medals is from an underage football competition, which is the under 23, the 1996 Dream
Don't
Team.
belittle it. You won the gold medal in football. That's what it is.
We also have the 4x400 in Sydney 2000, and also in Chioma Junior in 96 also. Those are the 3 gold medals. And you look at historically, all our medals, they come from, I think, athletics, football. Also, we won a silver in 2008 in football, and a bronze in 2016. So, like, athletics, football, boxing, weightlifting, wrestling. That's it. Do you know how many events are in the Olympics? So, like, out of all the events that are in the Olympics, even in those 5 that we've won medals, is Nigeria really a boxing country? Look at it critically.
Yes.
Well, economically.
Is Nigeria a boxing country?
Yes. Yeah.
When was the last time Nigeria won? That was in the 80s when Nigeria actually, 80s and 90s. You have to go back to the 80s and maybe in the early 90s, whereby Nigeria was actually able to produce a medalist in boxing. So Nigeria cannot be looked at as a boxing country. In a sport, you've not a medal in 32 years. You understand? That's how far back Nigeria has medals in boxing at the Olympics. I remember in 2008 when Efe Ajagba was trying to go to the Olympics. In 2012 when Efe Ajagba was trying to go to the Olympics, and at the end of the day he went to the Olympics, and he talked about his preparation for the Olympics, whereby he was feasting on gala and pure water, going to represent his country. So if you look at that's boxing, you look at sprint, whereby we have a couple of medals also in like 4x100, and we have a little bit of clarity in that one 4x400. Is Nigeria really, is that a sport we are dominant in? So there's the idea of Nigeria being dominant at any sport. Like, if you asked me who will win the men's basketball tournament or the women's basketball tournament before the start of the Olympics, I can say, you know what? I think the United States of America will win it. If you go to, before the Olympics start, people already know the sharing of medals is already there. Or you already know, okay, in gymnastics, you should expect 3 to 4 medals from the USA here. In swimming, what particular event or sport is Nigeria dominant? Is it football? Is it boxing? What is it? We do not have anything where, like, if you take, for instance, like the countries in Africa that finished ahead of us in this Olympics, countries like maybe Kenya. You understand? Why do they win medals? You look at those long distance races as the predisposition to Eastern African countries to dominate. So there is nothing Nigerians are special at. Can we win medals? Yeah, we can win once in like 2 Olympics. Get a bronze, get a silver. You understand? Based on our preparation. But like, there's no particular sport, in my own opinion, that Nigeria is special at. And that is why I don't know why there's an outcry over Nigeria coming home with no medal. But we are a third world country. Wow. Let's embrace it. Wow. Let's relish it. Wow. Let's enjoy it.
Wow. Well, that was quite depressing. But today, based on all this, what do you think can be done to improve this medal deficiency?
For the first time in the history of this show, I would like to give Tosin Abami props. You see, Tosin has been on this earth for a long time, as he likes to remind us all. Yeah. And this is his first good opinion in how many decades of consistent waffling and flopping. He is now finally has one good opinion in over 1 million attempts. Your shooting percentage is increasing. With that said, the good opinion that you have is that Nigeria don't specialize in any sport, which is true. Yeah. Absolutely true. But even in your one good opinion, you are still wrong. Because you don't have to specialize to win medals. And that's what this conversation is about. Is that not?
Yeah.
Which sport does Puerto Rico specialize in? Puerto Rico have 3 medals in this Olympic Games. You don't have to. Uzbekistan have medals. What they specialize in is not even sports. But for whatever reason, we believe that Nigeria must be specialists in a sport. Like, yes, we are not the foremost country in athletics, but like I said, we came into the Olympics with arguably 2 of the best current athletes in terms of like hurdles and long jumps. We should track and field should have definitely given us something. Wrestling could have given us something. So what can be done? Absolutely nothing.
Wow.
What do you want to do? What has been done about your life? The way all of us are suffering together in this country. It's that sport. You are not even serious. What can we do? Let us even first be able to eat without planning the whole day. The problem that your expectations are too high. like the whole country is falling apart, but for whatever reason you want sports to be doing well. If that's the case, everybody don't want to do sports. Like literally no part of the country is functioning as it should be functioning. Everything is falling to ruins, but you want sports to maintain as how? See, just wherever you see, look, like I said when we were talking about the Falcons, success is what you make it. Yes, we did not win any physical medals, but we can take our own moments and make them our medals. Wow. If it sounds crazy to you, what did the Tigers did? Got to the quarterfinal. There's no medal for get to the quarterfinal. But we can cherish it. At least we gave MON to people that lost AFCON final. We gave all of them MON. I mean, if we gave those ones national honors for picking up silver medal at the AFCON, which nobody gets. We're not many silver medal we have at the AFCON. So we might as well just focus on the Tigers and celebrate them with as much veracity. They did well, whether they win medal or not. This is like the 8th time. This is the 8th time we have come back medalless at the Olympic Games. So if nothing happened the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, it's not the 8th time that you want to say, let us be changing this. There's nothing that's going to change. That's just the simple truth. And you should be okay with that. Like Tosin said, I hate to agree with him, but this one time he's right. Remove your expectation. Like, you should not really have expectations. Whatever comes to you, accept it, celebrate it. But you should not really have expectations on anything in Nigeria, let alone sports that are not invested. People talk about athletics. Yes, we have people that are very talented. We have people that are very fast. But the average Nigerian, the layman, does not understand the margins between talented people and the elites. Someone will run very fast in your streets. Maybe clocked 13 seconds, 14 seconds. And that is actually very, very fast, over 100 meters. But you will come dead last against the elites that are running 9.97, like where milliseconds are deciding outcomes of races. So look, the talent is there. What we need to transform the talent into consistent excellence is what we don't have. But don't feel bad as a sportsman. It's not just you. It is the entire country that is failing. So it's fine. That's why there's nothing that will happen. We'll go 2028 again. If we win 1 or 2 medals, we'll celebrate that 1 or 2, like I say. Because we hardly do back-to-back medals. We used to give space. We are a very considerate nation. We give space. So that 2028, we can win wrestling, win like 1 bronze, 2, win 1 something in table tennis. Even if not that they've removed breakdancing, I know those people would have loved to go. Can't try his luck. So like those are just where you call 3 medals. Celebrate those ones. 3 medals at the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics, and then 2032 medalist again. That's a balance in everything. So that's just it. I don't think that anything is going to change. I have 0 expectations. I'm open to be surprised, and I want to celebrate the Tigers that have made us proud. Those are the summary of my thoughts.
Wow. Tosin, because Tunde for the first time has agreed with you, so do you also agree with him that nothing can be done to change this medalless situation that we found ourselves in?
I think the fabric of the sporting industrial complex in Nigeria is broken.
And they go out.
You understand? I think it's way as it is in many sectors. We can have a debate on transportation in Nigeria, and we'll have this same conversation. We can have a conversation on agriculture in Nigeria. We'll have this same virus of poor leadership and low IQ people running the government. You understand? So the summary of Nigeria in sports is that. Don't look at the fact that we have over 200 million people. Don't look at it. If you look at it from that context, it looks bad. It looks bad that you have 200 million people and you go to the Olympics and you don't win it. Don't look at it from that context.
But when you filter it, it's not how many abscess.
Look at it from the context that the fabric of this country in every industry has been dissociated at in the vertebrae and the spinal cord. Everything that has to do with progress. And sports is no exception. You understand? Sports is just another fabric of the society at the end of the day. So the only way you can actually excel without like preparation or without like is if you have like a genetic superiority over a certain event, like the East Africans have. Like I don't know how much they spend into their long distance races. You understand? I don't know how much they spend. But obviously there are experiments that have shown that like they have a genetic advantage. You understand? In terms of like the way they run to school, in terms of their genetic makeup, in the fact that they can get a lot of oxygen in their body system for a certain period of time. So they are able to dominate. I don't know how much I still believe they still spend money on creating the facilities, but they still have a little bit of genetic advantage over most people.
So the northern brothers now have the same advantage.
There's a difference in nomadic cattle rearing and what we are talking about here.
Let's not go off point.
So what I'm just saying is that like as a Nigerian, focus on, in fact, if we are going to task this government into like what we need. Sports has already shown that it's not a priority in this country, except they want to use it as a source of embezzlement of funds. Sports is obvious. Let's eat. Let's eat. Let's see if we can get, because there's unemployment, but if we can even raise it to underemployment.
Wow.
Instead of like if we can maybe get people in overqualified people. Like we can get a couple of BSc graduates into gatekeeping jobs and stuff like that.
Some of them are in our comments.
You understand? So like, if we can actually like change that dynamic, you have a master's degree. Can you bake cake? Something. Something like that. We can do that. We can like, I'm working on my PhD. Baba, working on your PhD. That's fantastic. Do you know how to operate Photoshop? Stuff like that. If we can be able to mend the like massive unemployment in this country, we are taking a step forward. But as for in terms of Olympic please, Nigeria is a third world country. Let's zero our mind and move forward accordingly.
Those is the worst.
This was a funny one. It went from depressing to funny, but at the end of the day, what do you guys think? Should Nigeria have done better? Could they have done better at the Olympics? Let's hear your thoughts in the comments. I am Anishilowo, Jimmy Anishilowo, and this is Crossfire, brought to you by Live Score Bets.